And we are here with another coaching masterclass for Project Next Thrive.
Yes.
Today is the 8th.
The 8th. Masterclass number 8.
And the title is Next Project Next. So,
as you have understood by now, we like to do this little
fancy
games
titles.
with words. Yes. So,
and the quote we picked for today is from Mahatma Gandhi, and it is it reminds me how easy it is to get derailed when you want to create content, when you want to
Yes.
inspire others,
Yes.
when you want to move others to the solutions that they already need, even though they might not know it. Okay, so that quote is so simple but so overlooked. Be the change you want to see in the world.
Exactly.
And what do we mean by that? We mean that if you're truly committed to the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love, you want to consistently reinvent yourself and consistently upgrade your thoughts and actions accordingly. So, as we like to say with Alexandra, zero drama, 100% actions and thoughts in the right direction.
Exactly.
And to show you that you're not the only one who might not have like the perfect posting strategy, the perfect social media strategy, let me give you a brief overview of what I have been doing for the past, let's say, about 8 years, almost 8 years. So one thing that I am known for is my daily source of inspiration. And it is we are about to reach 8 years of daily source of inspiration.
Amazing.
I started
Amazing.
January 1st, 2015, and I have not missed a day. Even when I didn't like it, when I was, with the flu, when I had my Achilles tendon torn and I was having a surgery and so on, I haven't missed a single day.
Talking about true commitment.
Talking about consistency.
Yes.
But on the flip side, what most people see about Angelo is not that. They see someone who is posting, whenever he feels like it, and definitely inconsistent, definitely not a pattern in terms of, quality or attitude or whatever. And this juxtaposition of these two images are only apparent to me because I am the only one who can see that there is something missing there.
Yes.
Most people, what they see is my social image, right? My Facebook, Instagram, and so on. And this is something that is not me. This is not what I've been doing for the past 8 years, but this is what most people are receiving.
Exactly.
So,
as is the case with
I have made a strategic decision back then to have my content gated so that I can push, let's say, people towards action and sign up. Not only because, as like many of our mentors say, the money is in the list and it is very important to grow your list. This was not my first reason. It is an important one, but not my first reason. My number one priority was that I knew that the consumption of social media is not enough to get your attention in order to move you in the right direction. And how many posts have you read about personal and business development? And how many videos have you watched on social media? And for most of them, you've done virtually nothing, right?
Yes.
You're just consuming, but not acting upon these insights and making sure you get better and better and better. So I have decided to create gated content
via email, right?
Right. And send a shot of inspiration every single morning. Then I have, of course, my social content, what is apparent to everyone, what is publicly available. So my gated content was on a daily basis. My social content was, whenever I felt like it. My gated content was well thought of. My social content was more casual, this is what I want to post today. No rules there. My gated content was driven by my soulmate and his pain points. So I was bringing in mind my soulmate who is feeling a certain pain because he has a certain problem. that does not allow him to get to the next level of his life. So by now you know that my soulmate is a male, right? This is why I am putting this emphasis there. And when I am posting on social media, it is driven by, like what gurus are doing, like maybe, I don't know, Dean or Tony or Brandon, they,
Yes,
they
yes.
post this, oh, they're doing this.
This.
Okay, I will do that again tomorrow, Follow the gurus, not follow my heart and follow what my mind is suggesting is best for my soulmate to overcome their problem. So after another analysis that I've done on these two images that, like they do not match, we've made with Alexandra some decisions. And one of the decisions that I am announcing today is that as of today, November 1st, 2022, and for the next 100 days, I'm beginning, most of you know that we're halfway through our 100-day challenge, right? But we are beginning another 100-day challenge, which is like a personal goal. I will be posting every single day, and this is for me a stretch. And to show you the attitude of what we will be discussing in the next like 15-20 minutes, what we will be doing is that after these 100 days, we will reflect back with Alexandra.
Yes.
And we will see this shift in our attitude, in our strategy, in our posting strategy, in our content creation attitude. What difference has it made in terms of results? And we will trim our course of action accordingly.
Exactly. And this process that Angelo just described is a very good exercise. If you are already on social media or have an email list or you're doing blog posts, it's a good exercise, right? To write down the columns of each platform or each medium and see what have I been doing in each one. And if I want to change my results, and my guess is since you are here, you want to change your results, then what should I change in each of these columns, and make a little action plan and test for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and see what happens. Okay? Okay, let's proceed.
But
the next one I like.
We've been involved in social media for a while now.
Yes.
We have been advertising on Facebook since 2008, so it's a good,
the good old
14 and a half years by now,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
And we are very active because our digital marketing agency here in Greece is also involved on social media marketing for at least 12 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And what we've been noticing is this roller coaster in terms of, like what is trendy and what works.
How to get your content out there. So you might have noticed this, right?
So
we have various ups and downs. You want to say some examples?
In the beginning, it was, like, just post.
Just post, make a post.
Like, just appear in front of people. And of course, back then, it wasn't, the algorithm was not as sophisticated as it is now.
It was a simpler
so
time.
You were posting something to your 100 friends or your 32 friends, because back then it was a stretch to have 100 friends, but you're posting something and most of them, if not all, would see your content for many reasons. Number one, there were not so much content back then. Number two, it wasn't like a gating system from the algorithm that say, one of the things that most of our clients or potential clients are still get flabbergasted today is that only a very small fraction, like 1, 2, 3% of the people that follow you actually see your post organically or free, as we say.
So then we had another trend.
Then we had, now you have to post images
as well.
Text does not work. Then it was like post every day, because back in like on the early days it was like post whenever.
Yes. Then it was to have better results, post every day. Yes, exactly.
And then it was video is hot.
So everybody run and make some videos.
Images, not so cool anymore. And then, of course, it was post more infrequently, but make sure your content is good. So it was like a trend, quality over quantity. And last but not least, it was, like text is back. And
Text is back.
I am
long
having
posts,
some,
yes.
like amazing results with just a punchline. And when people are overwhelmed with content, you always want to remember that how fast you steer your way through these changes is very important. This is why we're here today on this masterclass. We want to make sure that you have not something that was suggested like a few months ago, which is like middle ages.
Yes.
I mean,
I remember now one of our mentors in the past in the internet world. 1 year equals to 7 years in the real world. So everything moves very fast. You have to stay up to date. That's what Angelo is saying.
Yeah.
And really follow some mentors. And we will be talking more about this in our bonus masterclass, Meet Love Sell, which is next Wednesday. And we will be covering more on that. Let's go back to content creation, okay?
Right.
And we have a framework for you, the super content creation framework.
So your super self will be creating super content.
Exactly.
Your regular self will be creating regular content.
Yes.
So it is always a matter of being first. And this is why we've put so much attention in the first master classes on our being, on our state.
Yes.
Okay. And from that state, now you want to create super content. And there are 5 simple steps. Number 1.
So let's go over them. So the first one is define your pillars of content. And what do we mean by that? So you should have like a posting.
And it is also, excuse me, it is not only points of expertise, but also points of lifestyle.
Yes, exactly.
The things that, you truly find valuable sharing. It's your call. There is no right and wrong here. This is why you have so many different attitudes that are considered to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So always remember, because there are many like gurus out there, suggesting this, that, or the other, and you can get overwhelmed.
It is very easy to get overwhelmed. And one more point.
Remember, these are like guidelines. This is the philosophy, and you will be putting your own
Yes, your own colors, right?
Yes.
But one thing about the pillars of content, and I want to explain just a minute more about that. What do we mean is very simple. Like you have a friendship with some people in the real world, in the physical world, okay? You don't always talk about one specific subject only, right? So you have different topics of discussion. So the pillars could be named like topics of discussion, topics of content. You can identify usually something around 4 to 5 pillars is the magic number, okay? And say, so one day I will be talking about my expertise. The next day it will be a tip. The third day it will be something I do personal, like a slice of life kind of situation, but it's again relevant to what I'm teaching. And so it
you
goes,
can have your way back Wednesdays and whatever.
Exactly.
It is up to you
to design those pillars.
And decide that these pillars are, if I create consistently content around these pillars,
mm-hmm.
what people will see on social media is what I want people to know about me.
Exactly. And everything is relevant also to your subject, right? To your course, to your needs, to the things you want to be teaching. So everything should be revolving around that, and also giving a touch of your lifestyle, because it is social media, okay? Yeah. That's what it's all about.
And this is why now I am highlighting and repeating
expertise and lifestyle
expertise
moments.
And lifestyle.
Yes.
And if it is 80-20 or 20-80, has to do with you, with your character, with your attitude, with what matters to you. All that we are saying here is that you need to have that structure. Otherwise, you will be like regular Angelo.
Yes.
Okay, so super Angelo was creating the daily source of inspiration, and regular Angelo was posting on social media. Yes. And you don't want that. You want your super self to be omnipresent.
Exactly.
Number
two, isolate a pre-scheduled chunk of time for content creation. This is very important in order for you to avoid the trap, which is like 99% of the people, I think, creating content out there. Like, I'm sitting Monday morning with my cup of coffee, 11 p.m., and I'm like, what should I post on social media today?
No, I was thinking
Question mark.
the other way around, like
What?
11 p.m. at night after being,
Yes.
Tired, after having,
Yes,
like
yes.
the
Let
most,
me make a couple of posts.
yeah,
Yes, exactly.
yeah,
No.
forgot to post. So
Yes, so let's do something now. Yes, that will not work. So if you want to have success with your social media and your content out there, since you are putting all the effort behind it, you might as well as a framework that we know works and
yeah,
that will help you remove all the overwhelm about all this content creation thing. So, for example, when we say a pre-scheduled chunk of time, for example, you could say every Monday from, let's say, 2 to 5, okay, from 2 to 5 p.m., I'm making all my social media content, which means
airplane mode,
at
least,
right?
do not disturb,
Do not disturb sign on your door, okay?
and so on.
No distractions. Find a time zone which is okay for you, not to be distracted, so everything else is taken care of. And now you can sit down, concentrate, get in the zone, as we say, and this is your sacred content creation chunk of time.
And remember,
And then you're done for the week, okay?
Remember, be, do, have. If you are in a good state, you will create, like amazing, you will connect to, you will be in the flow, you will connect to your higher self, and you will have amazing content.
Exactly.
You cannot, like truly create amazing content if you're not on that state. This is what is called, those who write books, I'm sure you've heard the term writer's block. Writer's block cannot happen when you're in the flow. It happens where you're in the wrong state, in the state that you cannot create. And you need to protect that. You need to find a way. And
to schedule it in advance, otherwise it will not get done, right? Tony and Dean say that all the time, right? If you don't schedule it, it will never get done. So this way, this, let's say, format, if you do it in this format, it will remove the overwhelm. You know that you have time planned in the week to do that. If you have any ideas during the week that come up for content, have a little notebook, jot down, your ideas. But when you are really making this time, then you can really go deep into the zone, focus, and start creating your amazing content.
And one final tip that I have here.
Yes.
When you're beginning, right, in the first couple of times that you will be doing that, you will have this chunk of time, like Monday morning, as Alexandra said, for content creation. Do not overwhelm your schedule in the afternoon. You know why? Because you don't want to say, oh, I have another half an hour to create 5 more posts. It won't work.
Exactly.
Give yourself the permission to be creative. And once you become, more accustomed to this flow and to this idea generation, and then you can say, okay, I expect it will take, 2 hours to create that many pieces of content, and you're good.
And then you're done. Exactly. Step number 3 of our framework is mentally and emotionally connect with your soulmate. Okay, so now you have sat down in your office space and you are distraction free, and now you take a deep breath, and before start creating content, you first of all, number 1 priority, focus and think of your soulmate, of your avatar, of your ideal customer, of the number 1 person you want to serve with your expertise and your content, right?
Yeah.
Think of that person, because this is the person, this is why you started creating a course, this is why you want to create content on social media. Think of this person, and we've talked about this, how are they doing, their fears, their problems, their aspirations, what do they need from you, so you can really focus on that, and this will get you started.
And something, again, a game-changing tip, something that I've struggled with mentally in the very beginning. I had the attitude, let's say, that I'm very casual with how many people follow me, right? How many people are receiving my thoughts of inspiration. So my attitude was, I am writing this sort of inspiration anyway, just for Angelo. I am my only client, and if you sign up and if you read my sort of inspiration, and if you don't, I'm perfectly fine with. This attitude is super cool, let's say, if you're, like a character from an 80s movie, and you don't care. But at the end of the day, this attitude will leave your soulmate with the same problem.
Exactly.
So on the flip side, We say with Alexandra, we want to sleep, to get in bed at night better than we woke up. And your soulmate will get in bed at night with the same problem they had in the morning.
If you do not do the extra effort,
This,
the extra mile to
yes.
reach them, to create content for them, and to impact not only a few hundreds, but thousands and thousands and thousands of people that you want to help, okay?
So why Alexandra said mentally and emotionally connect? Because you want to bring to your mind and to your heart, before you begin doing anything, you want to bring to your mind and your heart your soulmate and the fact that they do have a problem that you can solve.
Exactly.
And from that state, you stop, you stop caring about, like what I'm going to eat for lunch and what, I have so many things to do today. And you only care about your soulmate and being of value to them.
Exactly.
Step
number 4 of our framework, create the content. Now it's actually time to start writing or making videos or blog posting.
And of course, like videos and finding an image, and
will take some time.
But it's different time. So
It's
you need to
different,
know.
yes.
So if your strategy is like only video and so on, and if you're focusing, for example, on TikTok, you know from the very beginning that you need more time to create that video, maybe to edit that video, maybe it will take you like more takes in the very beginning, and so on.
Exactly, yes.
And now I think it's a good time to reveal
let's reveal the next masterclass, because most of the content right now in this day and age is video. We have decided with Angelo that the next masterclass, which will be next Tuesday, will be specific video marketing tips for beginners and for people that are advanced in this.
So next week you will be seeing
practical pro tips.
You will be truly seeing a lot of us, right? On Tuesday we have the masterclass.
Yes.
Wednesday we have the Meet Love Sell workshop, our proprietary strategy for digital marketing.
Social media, yes.
Then on Thursday we will be having the TikTok ads workshop, and on Friday our favorite, the spiritual agreement workshop. So
yes,
leave room next week for a lot of new ideas, a lot of inspiration, a lot of amazing insight to take your game to the next level.
Exactly.
And the fifth step,
number 5, which is one of my favorites, schedule. Okay, we love automation. Automation is our friend. There are many tools and platforms that you can use to pre-schedule all your content, so you always organize everything in batches and everything goes out on the day and the time that you want, and then everything gets done to you in a sort of magical way, right? And also in this step, one parenthesis is you can always also splinter your content, right? So if you have like big blog posts, you can take pieces out of that and create little posts. If you have bigger videos, you can make shorter versions for your stories. So think about this concept as well. We will talk about more in the video marketing masterclass.
Yes, for example, this masterclass it's already like 23 minutes, but we can get like a very short piece of that masterclass and create one reel.
One video ad. Okay, so you can do lots and lots of stuff.
But
this framework work?
Will not work, because most of you know, if not all these 5 steps, most of you know these steps.
Yes.
You've heard them someplace.
It's not the first time you hear about this.
Of course, if you follow these 5 steps, you will be like in a good way towards creating a very strong strategy and a very powerful content.
Definitely, yes.
But
will it
you
work?
need 3 game changers to take truly your impact to the next level. And why you need these 3 game changers? Because after all, it is you who will be doing this. And the framework is the system that supports a certain performance. But peak performance is always a matter of a peak person.
Exactly. So 3 keys. 3 keys to unlock success with this.
Number 1.
Consistency. Be consistent. It's what Angelo mentioned in the beginning, right? If you are not consistent, The people will not remember you, your audience will not remember you, you will not be helped by all the complicated algorithms of all the platforms that favor consistency.
And also you create expectation,
Exactly,
right? I have
exactly.
so
You
many
are there.
people, right? So for example, sometimes for technical reasons, or maybe I make a mistake and instead of posting my daily shot of inspiration for tomorrow morning, I do it because it's so late when I'm doing this. It could be like the day after tomorrow at the same time, or for whatever technical reason. Sometimes, the posting of my shot of inspiration was delayed for like a couple of hours.
Immediately messages, right?
Immediately,
Yes.
I receive messages. Where is my shot of
where
inspiration?
Are you? Everything
I cannot
okay?
start my day without my shot of inspiration.
Yes.
Because I have this consistency, right?
Yes.
So, number 2, optimization. You need to remember that what you're doing today it's not a matter if, it will be obsolete in a few months' time. And you need to recalibrate your strategy, your tactics, your attitude, everything. Look around. I mean, take, like your favorite role model online and go through their, like Facebook or Instagram. And if you go back like for months, you will see a completely different attitude simply because things change, especially in the internet world. Things changing so fast.
The one thing is the tools and the trends, and the second thing is meaningful KPIs in this step, right?
Yes.
So you can have various KPIs. I will mention some examples that you monitor, for example, every month or at the end of every week, depending on how fast you are growing. So it could be like, how many followers have I gained? How many people have entered my sales funnel? How many people have listed for my email marketing? What is the engagement of my post? How many comments do I have on my post? How many people are saving my post? Okay, you can have various KPIs. You don't have to make it complicated. A couple is enough for the beginning, right?
No. What truly matters is for the KPIs to be meaningful.
Exactly.
It means that these KPIs, which, by the way, if you're not accustomed with the term, means key performance indicators. So you can have as many PIs as you want, performance indicators, but the key ones are the ones that are taking you where you want to go.
The needle movers.
The ones that demonstrate that you're getting closer to the impact, income, and lifestyle that you truly love.
For example,
so I will give
buyers for your course.
I will give you an example now of what you shouldn't have as a KPI. So Facebook, I think they are doing it just to show that there is more engagement in their platform. For Facebook, if you watch a video for more than 3 seconds, this accounts for engagement. For me, it's meaningless. I don't care. Somebody, like maybe they were just curious. It does not mean that they have engaged with me or my brand. So, for example, with our digital marketing agency, when we are posting results for our clients, we remove these engagements that Facebook is delivering in the reports from the actual results. Because for us, this is not valuable engagement, meaningful engagement. And we focus on the meaningful KPIs because we want the truth. We want to know exactly where we stand and how much closer we are towards the impact, income, and lifestyle that we truly love. We don't want, like to sugarcoat our results. We want to make sure that the KPIs show us the way.
Exactly. And step number 3, key number 3 rather.
Yeah.
Which is for me the most important.
From the heart.
Start from the heart.
Of course.
Right? Like with everything you do.
So always remember, your heart is the leader, your mind is the facilitator. Your heart is the leader, your mind is the facilitator. Your mind will show you how it will be done, but your heart is showing you the way. Like, this is my vision. This is what I want to achieve. These are the people that I want to help.
This all starts from the heart.
With my insights, with my experiences, and so on. So always remember that when you start from your heart, you will find that your content becomes more attractive and even viral. And when you are thinking, like, what am I going to post today? You will find that it won't work. especially if you're trying to copy someone else. You will find that it will not work because it is not a creation of love. It is just a creation of
I have to do this, so checklist.
of
Yes,
have
exactly.
tos.
Yes.
So that said, this is our take. Now it's your turn. So we couldn't leave you without your exercises for the week. So number one, create your plan if you don't have one already.
Yes.
Maybe you want to review that plan. Number two, create the content, right?
Exactly.
And commit to
in the way that
the execution of the
suggested.
content, because
Exactly.
it is very important to remember that unless you commit to that plan that you have created, you will not have the impact. And this is what you receive. Your soulmate will not have the solution
Exactly.
they're looking for.
Exactly.
And number three, review and recalibrate. Commit to that as well. Review and recalibrate every single month for the next 12 months. So I revealed earlier on that I will be posting every single day. Then at the end of this month, me and Alexandra will sit down and review November.
Exactly.
What has changed?
What happened?
What works? What doesn't? What we need to shift in our attitude, in maybe the duration of our videos, and so on. Right
what
now,
we will keep and what we will
right
not
now,
keep, right?
we work on super short, super rapid messages, laconic, as we like to say here in Greece. And it is very important to take a moment at the end of each month and make sure that what you're doing works. And if it doesn't, it's okay. Zero drama, 100% thoughts and actions in the right direction. And we are optimizing our strategy and move along, right?
Exactly. So
that's it for today. Make
you
sure
have some things to do this week.
Make sure you have more time for us next week. As we've said before, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we'll be having like our regular masterclass, and then three amazing workshops for you to help you take your posting and your content creation and your impact, most importantly, your impact to the next level. And we cannot wait for that.
Yes. So next masterclass, video marketing tips. Very excited about that.
Yes.
Next Tuesday. We'll see you then.
See you next week. Have an amazing November. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.